Alrighty guys, so today what we're going to be doing is something that I did mention in my last video where we take on Kid Boo's EZA. We're going to be doing a DokkanFest exclusive 2020 tier list. I'm also going to do one just for the regular LRs that came out. So again, obviously they're going to be two separate videos. Again, this one's going to be DokkanFest's exclusives of 2020. And then of course I'm going to do another one for just the regular LRs that released. So let's jump right in. Already, I'm going to start with Future Gohan, and then I'm going to go from there. I'm not going to count Cell, AGL Gohan, Piccolo, Namek Goku, and all those units. Again, they've been out for a while now, so I think everybody already knows how good of a unit those units are. So again, like I said before, we're going to start with Future Gohan. But before we jump right in, I just wanted to say this before we begin. Again, if you guys have been watching my videos and have not subscribed, I would greatly appreciate it if you would go down, hit that red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. I post every single day, whether it be Dokkan, whether it be videos like this, news updates, and then maybe in the future, we'll start doing maybe some Grand Cross, content here and there. So yeah, if you want to make sure, stay tuned for that. Go down there, hit the red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and anyways, let's begin. So in Future Gohan, again, he is personally a unit that I really like, so I'm going to put him in Triple S tier. And right off the bat, I'm going to say this, I'm going to be biased as hell. So before you guys start commenting down below like, what the heck is wrong with you, dude? Why would you put him up there? Hear me out. Number one, this Future Gohan is similarly built to Cooler. Number one, he's a support type unit. Number two, he greatly raises defense on super attack. 3, he has damage reduction if he's under a certain HP threshold. And number 2, he does not have a very hard transformation condition. All you have to do is have a Future Trunks on his team, and guess what? This Gohan runs the Hybrid Saiyan team, as well as Bond of Master and Disciple. So again, getting him to transform, or even getting him to not transform, is not that big of a deal. Because again, you could just run absolutely no Future Trunkses, and again, he won't transform. Of course, he is an automatic transforming unit, unlike Cooler, again, who is an active skill based transformation unit. That is the only thing that I could see that is wrong with this Gohan, is that he does not have an active skill transformation. He is, like Android 13, where again, turn 5, he transforms. But, I mean, everything that he does, supporting, raising defense, again, his team is absolutely amazing. Hybrid Saiyans and Bond of Master and Disciple. The fact that his transformation is relatively easy to get off. It's, I believe, on the 4th turn, too. So, again, turn 4 is something that you'll see even in Dokkan events. So, that's why I put Future Gohan all the way up there. And again, he's a very underrepresented unit. I don't see anybody talking about how amazing he is. Now, Cooler. We all know how great Cooler is. I think there does not need to be much said, but Cooler does belong in Z tier. Again, like I said before, we already know how great Cooler is. His support type ability, the fact that once he transforms, he crits against pure and Hybrid Saiyans. The only negative I would have to say about Cooler is his defense is pretty bad. And I know people say, but what about, stuff like big bad bosses? Well, the issue with that is if you want the straight up 25% attack and defense, you have to not only get him to level 10 links, but you always have to have a partner who also has big bad bosses, which again is not a hard thing to do. But again, I feel like getting a certain link to level 10 just so you can get that good defensive buff is, not the best, because again, most people are not going to be able to get him all the way to level 10 links, immediately, like some other people are, especially, like content creators. So again, Cooler, absolutely amazing unit. The fact that you have to get him to level 10 big bad bosses is the only negative I would see about him. Android 13. Now, Android 13, I'm going to put right here in SSS tier along with Future Gohan. Again, Android 13, I think especially, Truth, Truth DT has been probably the biggest witch hunter of this unit. And I know recently he's like, kind of fallen off on, like hating Android 13. But again, I think many people didn't really like Android 13 just because, again, the truth was like, you know, this guy sucks ass, or like he's really bad. But honestly, Android 13 is not bad. Because if you take a look at his kit, again, just like Future Gohan, again, all these units have like similar kits, especially cooler Gohan and Android 13, in where, again, their support type units before they transform. Again, with Android 13, it's turn 5, he immediately transforms into Fusion Android 13. Again, once he transforms into Fusion Android 13, he's super good, he hits really hard, he has good defense, and even before he transforms in just his regular, normal Android 13 form, he has really good defense as well. I would say out of the two, Android 13 has the greater defensive stats. Again, personally, I've used an Android 13 in Super Battle Road, and he was, at a consistent, I would say maybe 140, 150k defense, and again, that was a 69% Android 13. And then along with the link level update, the higher his links that you get him, like Red Ribbon Army, if you can get someone, who has that link with him, his defense can shoot up all the way to like 200k. So yeah, again, Android 13, very good offensively, defensively. The only issue being is that, of course, he doesn't have an active skill transformation, just like Future Gohan, where that kind of does hinder them because, again, Android 13 is immediately going to transform. Kaioken Goku. Now, Kaioken Goku is someone I'm not really high on. I know why people like him because of his ability to do things like his Spirit Bomb, but the only issue with that is that the Spirit Bomb requires that you have 3 or more, I think it's representatives of Universe 7 category allies on the team. That is the only issue I have with Goku. And even then, he's not the best defensively. I've used a Kaioken Goku before when I did a run in the Legendary Goku event. I did not record this, so there's no way for me to prove it to you guys. But again, his defense, especially when it's maxed out, is around maybe 120. But again, that's not good enough in the Legendary Goku event. He's gonna get absolutely destroyed by Int UI Goku, STR UI Goku, any of the AGL phases like Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Again, his attack is really, really good. He greatly raises it infinitely. So again, in terms of damage, this guy is going to more than, make up for his lack of defense. But I think because of the lack of defense and the fact that defense is such a prominent and dominant feature nowadays in the meta, especially for Dokkan events, no, not for Dokkan events, but, for things like Super Battle Road and all that, that does really kill him. Okay. So, Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku and Tech Majin Vegeta. Now, I'm going to say this flat out. Majin Vegeta is better. Now, I know people might disagree with that, but again, hear me out. For starters, Goku greatly raises attack on Super. Vegeta greatly raises defense. And I think you guys are starting to see what I mean. He, at the start of turn, has around, let's say, because I have mine at 79%, again, so he's not rainbowed, but he's usually at around 110k defense. And again, that's all the defense he's going to get. In contrast, this Vegeta is also at around 100k defense, but then he greatly raises it. So in terms of who's better, Vegeta clearly takes the win here. Because again, having 150k defense is going to be much better than only having 100k defense. And because of that, he takes the L. Of course, these guys transform. They become really, really good. This Goku, he gets, even more defense on himself. And then he also gets, I think, an extra 30% attack and defense when you get 3 or more orbs. So that does add to his defense. But again, if you can get all of their orbs, which in total they need 6, Vegeta's going to have guard. And he's got around 100k defense. So when he supers, he's at 150k defense with guard. When he gets all of his passive, he's going to be super effective against all types, and he's going to get an extra 30% attack and defense, which is not going to be as impactful as getting guard and extra defense. Obviously he gets it on super. So because of that, I would have to say Goku is not as good. Of course, he's going to be able to put up much bigger numbers, because again, he's going to be super effective against all types. He gets that extra attack buff. So in terms of damage, he does more damage, but in terms of, I would say, usability, viability, and defense, you know, Vegeta's much, much better. But you know what? I think I'll put him... Actually, you know what? I'll leave him with Kaioken Goku. Because, again, these guys do a lot more than him. You know, these guys don't support. But, again, because this Vegeta, you know, has a lot more usability with, you know, raising defense. His transformation is super easy to get off guard. He's just a fantastic unit, in my opinion. Alright, the Blue Fusions. The Blue Fusions, I don't think anything really needs to be said. These suckers go in Z tier immediately. We all know how amazing they can be. Turn 4, transform, get out of the way. They are going to destroy everything. Absolutely everything. Long events, they dominate. Super Battle Road, they don't dominate as much, but in the third slot, in their base forms, they do have a 50% chance to dodge. So again, they do have that going for them. Again, many people think that they're not very good in their base forms. They're okay, they just don't have enough defense. You know, if they obviously made a couple passive changes and maybe gave them a little bit more defense, then sure, they would be much better in their base forms. But again, they have not only the chance to dodge, but again, turn 4, game over basically. Nothing can compete with these guys once they transform on turn 4. Next up is Beerus. Alright, so Beerus is a unit that is going to go in Z tier. And the reason for that is because, again, Beerus leads Realm of Gods. Beerus has an extra 70% attack and defense that he gets upon getting hit. So again, Beerus is really, really good. And I know people can be like, yes, Beerus can get hit pretty hard, especially if the first attack is a super attack. But once he gets hit, Beerus is not taking damage. Because again, he gets an extra 70% attack and defense. That is a lot, especially when you then link him up with Int Vados. Beerus is absolutely untouchable. And again, Beerus is just absolutely ridiculous. And then he also has an active skill. No one really sees the active skill. I'll be the first one to say it. I use Beerus quite a bit. You usually never get to see his active skill. But if you get his active skill off, he gets another attack and defensive buff, which again factors in differently because it's an active skill. And then if he gets hit before he supers, Beerus can hit a 6 million attacks at turn 1, and I'm telling you this because I've done it. And my Beerus is only at 55%. Link him up with Vados and Whis, Beerus will hit a 6 million attacks at turn, well, not turn 1, it's going to be turn 4. Because again, you need to be on turn 4 under, I believe it is maybe 70% HP. Again, he does have a turn and a HP restriction, which does suck, but you know, Dokkan, I don't know why it likes to do that. I'll never understand why they do that, but again, Beerus is very, very good. DokkanFest Bardock. Now, Bardock, unfortunately, I would say he is very good. Again, I don't want to slander this guy. I personally really like Bardock. His transformation on turn 4, active skill, very, very good. The fact that he transforms turn 1 against Wicked Bloodline, I think is pretty good. But again, because Bardock doesn't do things like have a support type buff to the units, and the fact that, I don't know, they just really could have done more with this Bardock in my opinion. I feel like they gave him too little. Like if they had given him maybe guard as well, because personally I think that they should have made this Bardock like a defensive juggernaut in his base, but then make him an offensive powerhouse in his Super Saiyan form. Because again, in his Super Saiyan form, you know, he does have, you know, that greatly raising attack and defense for one turn. He does have that solid attack and defense. But another thing going for him is that all the defense that you stack in his base translates and goes into his Super Saiyan form. And then you add the greatly raising defense on it. Again, this Bardock is not going to take damage. Again, like I said before, he is a defensive stacker, but I think because they didn't give him enough, unfortunately, he's going to be an SS tier. Alright, now we have Gotenks and Buu, Exchange Majin Buu. Now, again, I would say Gotenks is Z tier. Buu, I think, is going to be our first A tier. I'll just cover Buu immediately. Buu, just like Zamasu, the fact that they don't have defense and they only have 40% damage reduction is absolutely the worst thing about them. Now, I've used Zamasu, and Zamasu is a good unit. By no means am I saying that he's bad, but his 40% damage reduction has killed me so many times. 40% damage reduction is not good enough. If they had given Exchange Boo 60 or 50% damage reduction, then yes, I would have put him higher on the tier list. And the fact that you can't even get to Super Boo till turn 6, that really kills this guy. You know, Super Boo, if we're talking about Super Boo would easily blow all of these guys out of the water. And the reason why I have, this Gotenks all the way in Z tier is this. He greatly raises defense. He greatly raises attack. And I think you guys are starting to see defense is extremely valuable to me. And that's because, again, I like to grade them not only on, the long, legendary Goku events where, again, you're absolutely going to be able to get Super Boo to come out. And when he does, he's just going to dominate. There's nothing that will stop Super Boo. Same thing with Gotenks. You get Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, nothing can stop him. But you're not always going to be able to see that. I like to judge him based on things like Super Battle Road, Legendary, not Legendary Goku event, I just said that, in the Infinite Dragon Ball History stages, all of the content across the game. And across all the content in the game, this Gotenks is going to be much more valuable. Yes, his leader skill sucks so bad. Special Pose and Youth suck. Well, maybe not Youth. Special Pose is kind of the ass one, but yeah, you guys get the point. Majin Power and Artificial Life Forms, very good leader skill. But again, I'm not judging just the leader skill. I'm judging how they, are throughout the entire game, and Gotenks is much better. Number one, in his base form, the fact that he greatly raises defense, super good. Number two, when he transforms turn 3, which you're gonna see in Super Battle Road. And I know people don't like the fact that his passive is all chance-based, where he has a 50% chance of, I think it is 50% attack and defense, and then he has 2 more chances of more 50% attack and defense. But you're most likely gonna get at least one of them. And he gets 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. You add the fact that you're going to get at least one, realistically, off, because again, it's a 50% chance. He's going to be well over 100k defense. He greatly raises it, and then he has a 70% chance to stun. And then this Gotenks has the ability to triple super. So you have triple chances of getting the stun off, and when he triple supers, he triple greatly raises his defense. So he's not going to take damage. Which can't be said about this guy. Yes, this guy seals, lowers attack, and stuns, but they're all super low chances, like 30%, 25%. So it's not, it's not reliable. And again, this Gotenks is super good. If any of you have watched the Truth's channel, this guy has been in part of almost every single no item run ever. And I think that speaks about this unit as a whole. This unit is absolutely amazing, which is why he deserves to be at Z tier. Alright, we have Kefla. Alright, Kefla. Now, Kefla is a wonky unit to really critique. Because again, Kefla, she's not bad defensively, but she's not an absolute defensive juggernaut. She can be, because again, Kefla does have good attack and defense at the start of turn, so she's going to be well over 100k, or almost at 100k, depending on how many dupes you have, obviously. Again, when she gets 5 orbs, she has a 50% chance to dodge, which is not bad, though because of the fact that you have to get 5 orbs, it does kind of hinder her. So I think we're going to put her in SS tier. Now, I know this may come as a surprise, why I have Kefla instead of, on top of, say Bardock, this Angel Goku, or this Kaioken Goku, is because Kefla, actually, you know what, I think I'm going to switch this. Bardock, you deserve to be up there. You deserve to be up here. Yeah, I think I'll put Bardock in front of Kefla. Bardock deserves to be up there. I don't know what I was thinking. He's greatly, not greatly, but he raises defense, and his defense actually ramps up pretty quickly, I've actually found out. Like, For my Bardock, he'll start at around like maybe 80k defense. He supers once, and then next turn he's at like 100k. So I don't know why I put him in SS tier. He's a triple S tier for sure. Kefla, again, turn 3 she transforms into Super Saiyan Kefla. Again, 5 orbs, 50% chance to dodge. She has solid attack and defense at the start of turn. I believe it is turn 5. Kefla then has an active skill, as well as she transforms into Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, where then she even has even more attack and defense. Active skill changes orbs, gives her attack. So again, Kefla I think is a very, very good unit. She's just heavily underrated, mostly due to the fact that you need, again, 5 orbs. But again, if you do give her the 5 orbs, Kefla is going to be absolutely amazing. Again, personally, I've been using Kefla a whole lot, but again, she does seem to be a very, very good unit. Who is next? Okay, LR Blue Boys is what I like to call them. These guys are gonna go in Z tier. Now, again, I don't think a lot needs to be said about these guys. Again, the fact that they greatly raise defense on super attack is super good. The fact that they both have an active skill, which, albeit does kill their defense, increases their attack significantly. The only issue with the active skill being is that you're really not going to be seeing it all that much. Again, if you give them a lot of rainbow orbs, they have 3 chances of doing extra supers on those extra attacks that they get from rainbow orbs. The only issue being is that it's really hard to give them ki. They're really ki hungry. They have no ki from their passive. They have no ki from their links. So again, even though they're going to be absolutely fine defensively, the fact that they need ki kind of kills them a little bit, I would say. And the fact that they don't really have a lot of rainbow orb changers does kill them. But again, even with all that, they're still an amazing, strong, dominant unit. So they do belong in Z tier. I don't even have to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. We all know how amazing this unit is. He belongs in Z tier, and I think he will replace Cooler. And you know what? While I'm doing this, let's organize it in a better fashion. Let's do this. Again, I think out of all the units, personally, I think Beerus is better than Cooler. I'm just going to say that flat out. So is Gotenks, so let's do this. This is my order of how things are going to go. Yep, and I'm happy with that. Alright. Again, Tech Ultimate Gohan, I'm not even going to say anything. We all know how crazy they are. I just don't need to say anything. It would absolutely be wasted. Okay. Yeah. I think we all know how amazing these guys are. This unit right here. Solid attack and defense at the start of turn, plus damage reduction, plus raising their defense, means they take no damage. Boo Piccolo, you have insane start of turn attack and defense. The fact that you stack attack and not attack but defense just adds to your craziness. And the fact that he transforms on turn 4, don't even get me started. Buhan is just an absolutely disgusting beast. He's so good. Personally, I would rather keep them as both Goku and Vegeta rather than transform, because again, Super Vegito's nice, but again, he doesn't have that good defense. I mean, out of the videos that I've really seen people showcase him on, he's at around 150k. He does raise it, which is really nice, but again, personally, I would have rather him have maybe some damage reduction as well. Just really go all out and make him crazy. But again, don't take that as me trying to slander them. The fact that he can 4C super attacks for 10 turns is absolutely monstrous. The fact that he has a chance to crit on each counter, like built into his passive, is super good. And nothing else really needs to be said. They're just an absolute beast. Angel Frieza. Angel Frieza, you're better than Cooler for sure. I'm gonna put you right here. Angel Frieza, most recent DokkanFest exclusive, active skill transformation turn 1. He stacks defense in his base form. He lowers attack. He seals, and then once he transforms, he has a chance to stun, a 70% chance to stun. So again, Frieza's absolutely ridiculous, monstrous, dominant, whatever you want to say. That is what this Frieza is. This Frieza is absolutely amazing. And again, with that said, that is going to do it for today's video. Again, you guys can tell me down below what you guys think of my tier list. Again, Maybe I'm being too harsh on this unit, but again, 40% damage reduction doesn't cut it. They get absolutely destroyed when it comes to defense. Like, if they get supered, and I'm pretty sure many people who have them will know, they will get destroyed when it comes to, defense and all that good stuff. Again, the reason why I didn't put these guys on the tier list is, again, these guys have been out for ages. I just kind of wanted to do a tier list with the most recent units that have dropped over here on Global Dokkan. Again, these guys are not on Dokkan yet, but again, these two are easily Z tier. Again, Bojack is absolutely disgusting, and then Gogeta is just Gogeta, so nothing really needs to be said other than absolute domination is what those two units are. If you guys agree with the tier list, let me know. If you guys don't, I would love to actually hear what you guys have to say about it, so comment down below what you guys think. And again, subscribe to the channel if you guys watch my videos and haven't done that already. It would help me out immensely. And yeah, that is going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.